Hey, Shalom, Israel, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatham to all my brothers, Yahweh Shema, Thumb Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah to all my sisters. This is Captain TITHES out of the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under Commanding General YAHANNA, letting you know what you got to do is you got to tune into Florida's new channel. If you want to make sure that you get all them videos, all these battles, make sure that you get this knowledge. You tune into No Cowards Florida on YouTube. And once again, that's No Cowards Florida on YouTube. And if you're interested in doing classes anywhere in Florida, from Tampa to Jacksonville, all the way on down to Miami, then you got to hit up 561-600-8875. Make sure you subscribe, like the videos, hit that number. Shalom.
Shalom, Israel. We're at the I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. We're not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. I'm Priest and Officer Kawan out of U.P.K., Florida. Our topic today will be heaven and hell. Today we'll be discussing the differences of heaven and hell. What the Christian church teach you concerning heaven and hell is a lie. Heaven and hell are not places where you go that's up in the sky or underneath the ground. It's not a place where you burn with fire, with physical fire for hell. And heaven is not a place where you float up to a cloud and walk on clouds and all of this and that with white naked babies with wings and all of that nonsense. These lies that the Christian church are teaching, but they're exactly just that, lies and fallacies, things that'll keep your mind preoccupied while the truth lies in the Holy King James Bible, which I'm going to show you today concerning heaven and hell. The first scripture I'm going to pull is Matthew chapter 6, verse 10. And it reads, the book of Matthew chapter 6, verse 10. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. The scriptures say that the kingdom will come here on earth, or it will be here in earth. Christ said, or the scripture tells us, that the kingdom of heaven is within you, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, the chosen people of the nation of Israel. The kingdom of heaven is within you. And that kingdom of heaven is right here on earth. It is not up in the sky. It is not up some place, imaginary place and all of that. Kingdom of heaven is right here on earth. It's going to be ruled right here. Kingdom of heaven, it just represents rulership. Right now, our oppressor is in their heaven. They are living lavish lives. A lot of them don't have to go to work in the mornings. They don't have to get up. They don't have to worry or be concerned about a thing. They're living in their heaven right now. All right, continuing on. We're going to go to the book of Revelation, chapter 5, and verse 10. The book of Revelation, chapter 5. I'm going to start at verse 9. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to the Most High by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. This scripture here is talking about the nation of Israel being redeemed from the hell that we are in here on this earth, from a Mashiach Yahweh Shai shedding his blood to come back to gather the scattered that are scattered abroad, the nation of Israel who are scattered amongst all people, all kindreds, all tongues, all people that speak all type of language, all nations. We were scattered all across the world. And the book of James tells us that we are the scattered. All right, continuing on. And has made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on earth. The book says that we shall reign on earth, not in the clouds, not in the sky somewhere, not out in another atmosphere on another planet, but right here on earth. The kingdom of heaven is on earth. The Most High tells us that the nation of Israel, those who are chosen, those that keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of this Bible, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that are under commanding General YAHANNA and that are following these laws, you will reign on earth as kings and priests. Need to get down with this body, I.S.U.P.K, man, under commanding General YAHANNA. It is the only home of the truth. We need to understand that, man. And we need to be able to come back together to these laws, statutes, and commandments and follow true men of the Most High power that follow Christ and show us and teach us the correct example on how we're supposed to live and how we're supposed to serve the nigger God. And that way we'll be able to be in our heaven when Christ returns to be able to reign on earth as kings and priests. All right. The next scripture I'm going to pull is Revelation chapter 21 and verse 2. The book of Revelation. I'm going to start at verse 1. The book of Revelation chapter 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and the earth was no more, and there was no more sea. The earth that the new heaven and the new earth that it's talking about is the rulership of the oppressor. The heaven, the kingdom, or the rulership that they have, it'll be no more. It'll be no more. The earth will not be the same ever again. The earth will replenish itself. The scriptures say that the earth will rejoice when the nation of Israel is back in rulership, and when the righteous rule. So the earth will be a brand new earth, and a new heaven, new rulership under the Hamashiach Yahushua, our king, the true king and ruler of the earth. All right. Verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Now, if it was coming out of heaven, out of the fourth dimension, then it was coming here on earth. He's talking about the rulership being transferred from our oppressor to the nation of Israel here on earth. Will be kings and priests reigning right here on earth. It's time for us to wake up, man, and come out of these fallacies, out of the Christian church, out of these lies that's being taught to us. And we need to focus on what the Most High God says in his word. We can rule right here on earth, but you have to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. All right, so now I'm going to discuss hell. Hell is not that pit, that place that's down under the earth where you go after you die, and heaven as well. I didn't state that, but it's also, you don't have to die to go to heaven. You don't have to die to go to hell. We in hell right now. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are in hell right now. We suffer under these curses and under our oppressors every single day in the ghettos, in the barrios, and the reservations that we live in, while our oppressors sit in their kingdoms, in their mansions, in their suburbs, driving their fancy cars, having all the money that they want and need, and never having a care in the world. While we stuck in the barrios and the ghettos and the reservations, we suffering, we dying, getting killed and murdered in the streets. We selling each other drugs. We hating on one another on an everyday basis, killing each other right face to face, so-called black on black crime. That's crimes that's been going on in the nation of Israel for a long time because of the hate that we have for one another and because of the hell that we're suffering in, because we disobeyed the Most High power. All right, so let's go to the book of Matthew. We'll go to chapter 10, verse 28. Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. Don't fear a man. You're not supposed to fear any man that walked this earth just like you. Don't fear him at all. That's what the scriptures say. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Soul and body in hell. The hell that it's talking about is right here. Our people are being destroyed every single day. Christianity is destroying our people's bodies, destroying our people's souls. They are getting AIDS because they're running rampant, thinking that they can continue to whore and sin, whoring our sisters off in these strip clubs. Our brothers out here whoring our sisters left and right. A bunch of sexuality throughout the Christian church, tambourine playing and sissy boys up in the choir, and all of this nonsense. Come as you are, as they saying. All of that nonsense is destroying the body. It's destroying our physical body because we're tearing ourselves down. And the scriptures say that the body is the temple of the Most High Power. So we ought to treat our body with more respect. And if we follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, that we would. And destroying our soul by worshiping these idols, going off in these churches and worshiping these crosses, worshiping these pastors, these men. We're destroying our soul that way. So it's time to wake up, Israel. It's time to come out of this hell that we're in and take back our kingdom. The scriptures say that the kingdom of heaven shall be taken by force, will be taken with violence. It's time for us to take back our nation, take back our kingdom, and become priests and kings on this earth and rule in our heaven. Scriptures say in the book of Ezra, it say that Esau is the ending of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. It's time for us to wake up, man. Let's get it back, Israel. All right, the second scripture for hell, we're going to go to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 16 through 17. Again, that is the book of Ecclesiastes, not Ecclesiasticus, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 16 through 17. And it reads, "And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment." All right, so first question is, what is under the sun? The earth. The earth is under the sun. That is the place that Solomon saw when he saw this vision. He said, "I saw under the sun the place of judgment," right here on earth, where we serving out our judgment, our punishment. That wickedness was there. There's wickedness here. And the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. I said in my heart, God shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there is a time there for every purpose and for every work. The place of judgment is right here. Christians tell you that, oh, you got to die, and then on judgment day, you'll stand before the Lord and be judged. Yeah, right here on earth, you're going to be judged by the Most High. You're going to be judged by YAHANNA when he comes back to take back the rulership and the kingdom of heaven right here on earth. He said, those that deny, I'm paraphrasing, he said, those that choose not to serve me, bring them hither before me and slay them. Kill them right before me. But the Christian church teach you that Christ is some sissy white boy, homosexual white boy. Scripture said that Christ is an austere man. That he's coming back to take heaven right here on earth. And he's going to bring hell on our oppressors. Those that have oppressed us, those that have kept us in hell, right here in these ghettos, barrios, and reservations. Christ is coming to repay double upon your head. And those kings and priests that follow Christ and that make it into the kingdom, the 144,000, will bring that same judgment upon those that have done it against us. And that will be putting you in your hell. Nation of Israel, it's time for you to wake up, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's time to get up out of our hell. Aren't you tired of going through the hell of every day having to get up and work for our oppressors, making them money while you struggle to pay your bills every single month? Aren't you tired of that? I'm tired of being in this hell. It's time for us to wake the hell up. It's time for us to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments so we can get the hell out of this hell. Y'all get in class, man. Come out here, get in all black. Get yourself together. Shed yourself for the world. Get out of this hell that we're in. Let's come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. Also, check out I.S.U.P.K.com for any other information for all of the other cities and states across the world. We're in almost every city. We continue to take over undefeated. Also, check out UPKFloridaWear.com, where you can get the latest gear, I.S.U.P.K gear, head gears, t-shirts. We on deck, man. With that, Israel, I say shalom.
One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy, it get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since. All the dominance, one west rising to prominent. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me.